Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of the Cheatcoders podcast. My name is Raph, and this is episode 240, I'm thinking. 200. I think it is 240. I really don't know. We've been banking on these episodes, so we are some episode in between the 230 and 240, in between that little gap there. But I'm here with my usual suspects of Mr. Snowboarding by day, but basketball by night is Mr. Don Valix.
Snowboarding.
Looks like wearing a basketball jersey underneath.
Yeah,
you are.
Kind of,
yeah.
It is kind of like a
basketball
What's
jersey.
snowboarding?
The jacket.
The jacket. Yeah. And then
What's doing?
What?
the five layered one. And then we also have Mr. I went to the Chappelle show is Beige Man himself. Hey, we got Beige Against the Machine, Mr. Garcia.
Beige of Ultron.
He's my brown hat today.
Hey, and then we also have his final day in Australia for a while. We're gonna miss him. This is our little farewell to him.
Yeah, I think LJ is out there already too. Shout outs.
Hey,
Shout outs.
And we are here with Nats Blazin'.
Como está?
And
What'd you say? Como está?
Hey, and we're live at Common House Studios. I am pretty keen to get this podcast done so I could get some food in my stomach.
Yeah,
you always do this.
I know.
I hate you for
one
it.
of the challenging
He's gonna start
things.
Are you hungry?
No, at the moment.
Okay, but I'm gonna get angry.
I had a bite
today.
to eat beforehand. So
This guy was prepared. This guy,
he knows.
That's why he was late.
Smart. He loyal.
But we are here at the Common House Studio for our episode of the Cheatcoders podcast. So let's get into a segment straight away. Let's not beat around the bush and go with the.
All right. We were just talking about this like the last. All right, we're banking these episodes, but the time that we recorded this, the past weekend, we just come from a wedding, right?
Yeah.
We kind of touched on this Korean product where people would. It's like little pebbles. It's like nerds. The candy, but there's no flavor to it.
Yeah.
So you take that I think half an hour before you start drinking. Next day you don't have a hangover.
Yeah. That's amazing.
And it's trust the Koreans to come up with a product like that. Like, so they love their drinks. But you know what? We love our drinks too, right? In Philippines.
With that product, did you K-pop?
Once you K-pop, you don't stop. You don't stop drinking. It's crazy because I didn't stop drinking.
We
legit.
had so much drinks.
But that got me thinking. Right, with I know with Philippines, we always obviously love karaoke, but the thing that comes hand in hand with karaoke is drinks. And the thing that comes hand in hand with drinks is hangovers.
Yes.
So I was thinking of like, what are like some cures or remedies for hangovers that we have in Philippines, right? So even before this wedding in the weekend, I've been messaging like some friends that I know, they're like bartenders around Makati, specifically like the Poblacion area.
Shout outs.
Of like popular, I guess, remedies and maybe even myth towards like hangovers.
Makati breezes.
So I guess just a disclaimer, like everybody knows like water, rest, and maybe like Panadols and aspirins, obviously like the most obvious things to do that when you got a hangover. But
Paracetamol.
got like a list of 5 things.
Hey,
That
can I put a little theme music to it?
Yeah, go for it.
5 things from the Philippines that make you not have a hangover when you drink.
I love that.
It's like David Letterman name. All right, number 1. I need like some paper like to shuffle and stuff.
It's explosion. All right, that works.
Number 1, coconut water.
Does it really?
So obviously, hydration and stuff. Apparently, there's antibacterial properties in the coconut water.
Wow.
And it just tastes fucking nice.
Really?
So first one,
coconut have
water.
a hangover.
Fun fact: the reason why you have a hangover is because
Your brain shrinks.
You're dehydrated, and your brain is made up of mostly water.
Yeah.
And so if you hydrate yourself, then
The irony of that is that you get more chance of getting a coconut hit in the head walking in the forest than getting killed by an animal. in
What?
the Philippines.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said. That's what I read somewhere.
Statistics, huh?
Statistics.
Wait. You're getting hit by a coconut
Falling from a tree.
It's
all around the world.
So it's
no, in the Philippines.
Oh, in the
So you're saying that
Philippines.
there's a higher chance for you getting hit in the head with a coconut than being killed by a wild animal in the Philippines.
Yeah.
But to be fair, what wild animals are there in the Philippines?
Bro, have you seen the monkey eating eagle?
Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, whoa.
I don't know if it's an eagle or a monkey. I'm confused.
Yeah, I'm like, is it a half breed? I don't know what is
No,
this.
so there's an eagle.
Monkey,
that is,
monkey eating eagle. So it's
Yeah,
an eagle.
It's an
okay.
eagle.
It's
That's
an eagle that eats a
I'm thinking of like
monkey,
an
bro.
eagle that's a monkey. Like,
But I'm pretty sure they'll just land on a tree and a coconut will fall.
The eagles we got in
and you're just
Philippines.
walking and just,
and the coconuts are like, that counts as one for us.
The
why
eagles
we kill
in
everyone.
Philippines is like the baddest of the motherfuckers.
Really?
Because when you think of eagle, right? It's like the American flag, bald eagle, whatever. It's like, if we think of it like a size comparison wise, it's probably like a third of the size of the Philippine eagle.
yeah.
Oh,
So-
the Philippine eagle's bigger.
Yeah, dude,
Whoa.
it's fucking badass. Eat monkeys, bro.
monkeys, bro.
Yeah, man. A fucking monkey, dude.
If they can eat a monkey,
They can eat a
they
child.
can eat a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But then
have
you can
more
also
chance,
hit a child with a coconut. So.
you get more chance of getting killed by a coconut
Yeah, coconut still got it. I don't know.
than a wild animal.
Sorry, we've derailed you. We've
How
derailed
does
that was a good
irony
one. Alright.
cures you from your hangover,
We've-
but it can actually kill you
We've derailed
with a
your-
concussion?
Your segment.
Yep.
Sorry, bro.
Told
Coconuts.
you. So number two.
Number 2.
Eat lugaw or goto.
Lugaw.
Which is, I've been talking about it, like people
never
go
thought
out at night.
You told me that, but it's like you tell me that the other week because like in Australia, to after you get drunk and stuff, after like a club, you go get a kebab.
Kebab.
Yeah.
But then you told
Shawarma.
me in the Philippines they go for lugaw, which is
Yeah.
wow, that's crazy. Like,
Lugaw or goto. So the rice gives you the energy.
Yeah.
The chicken or the egg breaks down the toxins in the liver, and you eat the ginger or luya if that's your thing. That's not mine. But apparently that is good for countering the nausea.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's also
So-
It's a research.
It's like all natural shit. You know what I mean?
the reason why in electrolyte is basically salt, right? So
Yeah.
the more salt you have, the more.
Is that electrolyte? That's in Gatorade, right?
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
apparent,
which is why you drink that when when you're like
Yeah.
Wow.
off your nut.
the lugaw also cures loneliness. So if you feel lonely and you didn't pick up on the night, you can get the chicken feet and then hold its hand, and you'll
Get
feel
someone to hold.
not alone.
You are not alone.
You can pick up one at the lugaw spot.
Yeah, you can become a lugaw spot for sure, man.
Yeah, would you like some chicken feet?
Imagine that.
Circle it around there, man. Look at that.
Imagine that a chick gets received a lugaw with chicken feet, and then it's like, oh, it's from that guy over there.
It's just
chicken
the
fillets.
face. It's got the face. Yeah.
It's all you, baby.
What is that face? Get that face again.
I don't know what it is, but I see it. I can see it though.
Imagine that's like, oh, that lugaw was from that gentleman over there, and the gentleman's like this. I don't know how to describe. It's the I got you, baby.
I can picture it.
Kind of looks like the Maasim face.
Yeah, he's closing his eyes and he's like pouting his lips a little bit.
Gotcha. Like that.
Oh, mate.
It's more with that, Kim.
Number 3.
Number 3. Sinigang na baboy.
Yeah.
Gang.
Sinigang
I feel
gang.
like this one is like, because it's just a hearty meal.
Yeah.
And that
Salt.
tamarind soup as well.
Salt as
I'll
well.
punch you.
Again, the
Sour.
soup. Like, sorry, the salt in the soup. So
Because like people use that to cure their sickness, or like if they have like a fever or stuff, they get the sabao of the
Yeah.
sinigang,
Yeah.
put a mug and then just walk around with
Bit
the
of
mug and
chili.
just drink it.
yeah, I think it all goes to.
Alright,
It's just
I'm
all
hungry.
tastes so good.
I'm getting
bro.
hungry, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck.
The fourth one's not.
Number 4.
The fourth one. This one's not food, but it's cold shower. But
Oh,
it
yeah?
has to be done right.
Oh,
So this
Just get going.
reverse. Wait, you gotta do it right.
So basically, they're saying that the cold shower is done when
Before or after?
No, like afterwards. But you got to start off with warm water
Oh,
and
progressively
then
go
transition to cold.
cold. Also, not like the shock, not the.
No.
It's like a shower cheat code, bro. You know. You get to get the no hangover. You have to do this to the,
I have a story about
and then you won't feel alone. You get to play with some knobs at the end of the
Not
thing.
being
No.
alone.
I have a story about like being shocked sober, but after you've done your thing, I'll
Yeah.
tell it afterwards.
Well, the thing is, like, whether you're doing that with the automatic shower thing or
Yeah.
with the tabo and the buckets and stuff, generally if you do the tabo in the buckets, you fill 2 buckets, but you only put the hot water in one.
Yeah.
So you start off with that, and then once that's done, you transition to the cold water, and apparently that is it increases your blood circulation and raises your heart rate.
Yeah.
And it also make you feel more alert and increase your tolerance for stress. So
That's good. Cold
I hear
showers
that,
are
yeah.
a good thing. Yeah, it's good.
yeah,
Cold showers are good for mental health and stuff apparently.
But
as
I
well.
guess you can't do it just direct cold. What happens if you just straight to cold?
you
get a hangover early.
You die.
You just
It just intensifies your hangover.
You just explode.
you explode. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that.
I was told that I think more studies need to be done about cold showers and depression. There have been like magazines and publications that have already said cold showers are good for like depression and anxiety. I think more studies need to be done, but I think from what I understand about it is it breaks a pattern. When you have like a certain thought pattern or a certain like story narrative in your head, if you shock yourself with like a cold,
distracts you.
it distracts you and you don't think about it. It like breaks your pattern, and I think that's one of the biggest things. The story that I was going to tell was me being shock sober. Is my cold shower when I'm drunk is my brother being drunk. When Ken is drunk and like rowdy drunk,
Yeah.
I become sober like that.
Oh, yeah,
He's
like-
your cold shower.
Yeah, like
shower.
I
Like, I don't want to reach that level type.
like I just because
When you see
One of us needs to be an adult.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like on the weekend,
you need that person though. You need that
yeah,
person.
you need that.
Yeah, on the weekend, like he was like
Loose.
out of it, like
Yeah.
so out of it. And the moment that I saw him out of it, I was like,
Oh, I gotta.
cool, I gotta make sure he gets home
Yeah.
safe. Like I
Yeah.
just start.
See, that's a queer move.
Yeah, that's queer zone.
Yeah,
That's
that's
like
queer.
that queer zone.
Queer zone.
And
That's
queer
a-
mode.
That's a queer mode.
Queer sacrifice that one.
Yeah,
we
good
were
on you, man.
we were in the Uber on the way back to the hotel, and he's like just saying all of this shit to me, and I'm just like trying to ignore him. I'm just and, like he's just trying to
Of
like
course he was.
push like say so much shit. Like he was talking shit to the Uber driver, and oh man, he was like getting borderline racist. I'm like, Ken, like, I was just like hitting him like, don't fucking, he's fucking driving us. Just don't stop. Like, or you just need to like 5 more minutes and we're there. All you need to do is not say shit.
That would have been the longest.
And he's
trip.
nudging me. Like he's trying to have a conversation with the Uber driver, and I'm just like, you don't need to have a conversation with him. It's fine. I was so sober by that time, man. It was crazy. Sorry, man.
Oh god. Now the fifth one is
Number 5.
this one I don't really care for so much, but I heard balut is a thing.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's part of the shock therapy thing.
Yeah, maybe
It's
it
like,
is.
oh shit, now I'm eating a fucking
Oh, this
dragon
is
embryo.
fucked up. I'm never drinking
Fuck.
again.
And if you,
Bro.
at the end of the night, if you haven't found a baby, then you.
There you go, bro. You know, balut is an
We're just gonna
aphrodisiac,
bring out a
right?
balut out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
It's you know, you won't be alone, bro.
You're with the baby chicken.
Well, that's when you come home from drinking, right?
Oh, baby koto.
And the titos or whatever that are still awake drinking, they go, "Oh, son, young chick's mom, man," and like I got it right in my pocket. I'm about to eat that shit. Let me get some salt.
You just grab it.
Nasty. That's so nasty.
Ito yung chicks ko.
The thing that didn't make the list, I was talking to my dad about this. Apparently in Pasai, back when he was young, the thing that they would do is, you know, sarsi, the drink?
Yes.
They would put a raw egg, like crack a raw egg in there, mix it up, and then drink it. I was like, that's yuck, bro.
That doesn't even make sense.
But
Maybe
sarsi,
it's a-
yeah. I mean, maybe if it was
Sarsi,
Coke,
Some rocky shit, bro.
That's-
Sarsi Balboa and
That's-
shit.
Yeah.
sarsi balboa.
That's probably another topic, but like.
Meatloaf, Sarsi Polbasa.
Oh man.
Just thinking like someone's got a bag with a straw. There's an egg yolk in there. Yeah.
It sounds like
Gross,
yeah,
man.
it sounds like a prank, and then somebody
Yeah.
like was like, "Oh, I feel better after that."
Yeah.
But the entire time that it's just them like spending time trying to drink the egg out of the straw. That enough time has elapsed that now they're sober. It's not a thing anymore.
Like it worked. No, but it's yeah, those are the things that again kind of just reiterate, you know, responsible drinking, don't go overboard obviously.
Yeah.
Hey.
But yeah, the main things like keep hydrated, take aspirins if you need to, and get plenty of rest. Those are the main things. But this 5 list.
And let us
like
know
the
if you've got some remedies, like, because I'm pretty sure there'll be some
some
fancy
stuff we don't know about.
remedies that we don't know about, like
Yeah.
something crazy that, you know, because these are like, you know, typical, like the luau thing got me. I'm like,
didn't
wow.
know.
So after people go clubbing, they eat luau. I'm like, oh
Yeah.
shit, it's a thing. So that's pretty dope. And there's luau spots all over the place. Like,
Oh, dude.
is luau spots in the
Philippines.
Philippines like ramen spots in Japan?
I'd say so. Like I'd never been to Japan, but like the whole, like it's more common to find the luau
Like
spots.
a corner luau store.
Like
There's
around
a-
places where you can drink. You know what I mean? Because they know, like people go there afterwards.
Makes sense.
I love that shit.
But yeah, I guess just as a follow up for next week, the cholesterol remedy, because I think 3 of the things on my list was definitely going to give you high blood or cholesterol. So wait for that list next week.
Stay tuned.
Imagine you being a doctor. It's like, if you want to cure hangover, you need this. This is the list you look for. But then you need this prescription because you're going to get gout.
You know what?
So lesser of 2 evils.
You know what this
Man,
sounds like?
that's
It's just like a
crazy.
Filipino Ponzi scheme. It just
Yeah, I
keeps
know.
like, here's but you need this for this. And it's just a
That's
fucking
nuts.
chain. It just keeps going. It's like,
Yeah.
you know what? You're just really unhealthy now. You're about to die.
You know what you should have done? You should have just went out. You just stayed home.
Stay home. Because now you're in this chain. It keeps going like this.
Take this because you've been drinking. Take this because what you've been drinking, what you've been eating is gonna give you gout.
That's
Take
funny,
this
bro.
because of your gout.
Oh, bro.
Take this because of your cholesterol.
Wow, man.
It's the circle of life.
This is a circle of
I got this
Filipino
bad
life.
advice. I didn't have a hangover, but now I got diabetes.
Yeah. But headaches are gone.
Headaches are going, bro. I can party all night, bro.
Headaches are gone though.
Oh man, oh dude.
That's the Filipino cycle.
That's the
Circle of life.
Circle.
Circle of patay.
Circle of patay, bro.
And the other
That's
side of it.
morbid.
That's messed up. Yeah, man. That's my thought of the week.
And I want to talk about the fear, the fear that you had the day of you getting tule.
Oh shit!
Let's go there, bro. Because
My
like you know,
This guy's opening up trauma.
the trauma, bro. Because this is
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah.
Like this is your manhood on the line type of thing. Like this is built up. As soon as your parents be like, "Yo, you're getting tule,"
I'll be honest
in the
with
next
you.
coming months.
Yeah. You know, I didn't go to a school. I was the only Filipino in my school, right? So no one does tule there. My only
You
fear
couldn't
was
share
That you know
the
of.
trauma.
That you know of.
that I knew of. Yeah, but I knew no one was. My only fear was like, how am I not gonna
Gym
tell
classes
anyone?
is just like this.
No, I had to.
He's like,
I didn't tell anyone. No. So I had
They're all
to.
Support.
support. Too much support here.
Too much support. No, I had to make up something. I didn't think I told them. I was like, oh, just having this medical examination.
Surgery.
I'll be
Just
back
having some- I'll be
for
back
2
in
weeks.
2 weeks, and I'll be back. And for the rest of those,
Didn't you
after
do it
2
over
weeks,
the holidays? Or you did it
No,
during
I don't
school
know. I
days?
can't remember if it was the holidays, but I remember I just didn't go. Like I didn't tell anyone. Went in. I was more afraid of that than the actual toilet. I was like, oh man, how am I gonna hide this?
I feel gypped because I used my like midterm.
Bro, I did it 2nd of January. School holidays.
Yeah, I did during school
You guys
holidays,
will
and
remember the dates.
I was at home for my entire 2-week school holiday in between terms.
Oh, yeah, you
was-
lost your holiday.
I lost my holiday.
Did you get
bro.
ice cream though? I got ice cream.
You
after
grew
mine.
taller, right?
You got ice cream?
Ice cream. That's
Grew
gonna help
taller,
everything,
yeah.
bro.
Sure, yeah, grew taller, yeah.
But yeah, man, the build up, bro. When you know that it's gonna happen, it becomes that thing
How-
that you just be like, oh man.
Anticipation.
How
is
was
what
it?
kills you.
Anticipation is a bitch, bro.
How was it presented to you?
Were you guys asleep when it happened?
Nah, I was awake.
Nah.
Oh, I was asleep.
I was awake. I could feel it. I could feel the.
You fancy, huh?
I
I
could feel
private,
the.
bro. I went through private.
They,
Gave us ice
they
cream.
gave me.
Fucking rich boy over here.
Cucumbers in his eyes.
My parents just love me, right? My parents love me.
Face mask.
My parents just love
And I was
me.
like, okay, slip me now.
It's like
So
massage music in the background.
Bro, it's not like a massage parlor.
At the
Cucumbers in his
beginning,
eyes.
they're just like throwing oil at your penis.
Oh, yuck.
they've got like a dehumidifier in the corner.
What?
Just
They're
like,
doing that with a hot oil. As well.
yeah.
Mist
Just-
over it.
just-
Sit back and relax.
Relax.
So fucking put warm stones on his like around his dick, like hot stones like just around.
Oh no!
Got a hot towel on your face and shit.
Someone's massaging you while it's happening. Giving you a haircut.
Bro, I only slept. Fuck's sake. Why do I share? It was a gas mask. That was it. I don't remember cucumbers. That was it. I was like, oh, this
I love when
fucking.
this happens, man.
I'm just sitting here like, oh man, I really gave them the MF. Private. Oh, private. Oh, rich boy. Oh.
Doors have beads and shit.
How's the cucumbers, oh, rich boy? I was like, bro, it was a gas mask. That's all.
This is my favorite thing, man. Honestly,
Look like a shaman too.
Hey, but like, it's not like that. You cannot wake. You cannot wake up. Oh, I'm back.
The thing that he's hitting the bowl with is the last customer.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
how was it? How was the whole concept of circumcision presented to you as a kid? Because like the concept of it is like, hey, for me,
I don't think they did really describe what it was. They just said that, you know, this is going to help you become more cleaner in the lower area.
grow
It
taller.
was a rite of passage thing. Like
Yeah.
all your kuyas did it.
Yeah.
It
It was just
That too,
normal.
you're like,
It was-
oh, don't worry.
This is just
like,
what we do.
Your
Like, it's
your kuya
normal.
did it 2 weeks ago. He's fine. It's okay. It's
It's just
nothing to
normal.
worry
it was
about.
yeah,
That's how it was presented.
it was presented
Yeah.
to me
Peer
as
pressure.
right. Yeah, rite of passage for me. It was like one of those things that you do to become a man. And you're not a man.
Sorry.
Leanne is here.
Leanne's here.
Hey, how
So
are you?
Leanne Melody
BFF.
We were
has-
just talking about cutting
we
foreskin.
were just talking about circumcision.
Came at the right time.
All right, back to our talk about circumcisions.
But like, it was one of those things. Like you become a man once you've done this.
Yeah, that's
thing,
right. I
right?
forgot that was the whole reason for it.
Did
That's
you-
why we get it when
Did
we're
you
13.
feel like a man afterwards?
Nah, I felt like I was fucking
I felt gypped, bro.
incapacitated.
I was like, what?
I was like, what do you mean a man? I can't walk.
A man can walk and I cannot.
I think that was like the most difficult part of it is like, I can't play with it for 2 weeks. I was at that age.
There's a certain technique where you
You really need it. You need
I think you
it.
can save that for the Tule though. That's all. I'm just saying it's a little
Yeah,
much
man.
for the normal. I mean, there's ways you can stimulate.
Is this wait? This is a private health thing. We didn't get that.
Yeah. He got a booklet and everything of the how-tos. It's like post circumcision how-tos. Bro, if you have the urge, go to page 57 and it'll provide you with all the utensils you
I'm
need.
saying there's certain techniques, man. You just gotta think outside the box.
My God.
It doesn't come with private. Come on, man.
I was in public, so I just got hearsay, bro. It's like, if you try this, it'll be all right. You know?
Man, I don't know how you guys did that awake.
Yeah.
So I was
scary, man.
They just used local anesthetic for me, and they thought I was asleep because I had my eyes closed. But I had you could feel the tugging, like
Tugging? Why'd you
Just
say
cutting
tugging?
your skin,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Oh,
You can
no.
feel that.
You can feel it.
But there's no pain. It's like numb.
yeah.
Because you're-
Have you ever been to the barber and then you hear the...
Yeah.
It's like that, but
But more rubbery.
for Raps one, he was like, when you know that thing when they do the snip, 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 like they're not actually cutting your hair, they're just hitting the scissors
Yeah.
like this. Like all you hear is like Edward Tully hands.
it's the Edward Tully hands of the
Edward
thing,
Tully
bro. Like,
hands.
he's just there and he just makes a masterpiece.
Man,
Out of the lower regions of things, you know what I mean?
this is bringing back memories, bro.
Jesus.
Fucking again, like mine was scheduled on the 2nd of January,
This
right?
guy knows exact dates.
So no, it's because everybody was partying the day before
Yeah.
because it's New Year's. You know what I was doing? Sitting in the tub, bro. My parents told me to go sit in the tub
To soak
like
it.
to soak, because
make
it'll
it soft.
soften your skin, bro.
Was that prep to go into the thing?
Yeah, the night before.
beforehand.
So like all my cousins, like family and stuff, everyone's partying because it's
And
January 1 evening. I was in the tub by myself. I'm like, man. saying my final goodbyes.
Everyone's singing Old Lang Syne, and then you're just in the top like, it's so hard
Hey,
to
were you
say
like,
goodbye
Cassie, were you like,
to what we had. The good times outweigh the bad.
And I'm hearing fireworks in the background.
that's the worst
He's
time.
there laying in the top. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
New Year's Eve is crazy. Bro.
He's just there going, fuck this
I was
shit,
like,
man.
Happy New Year's, buddy.
Wait, you didn't sleep
This
in
will
the
be your
tub.
final year.
Just soaked in the tub.
I couldn't sleep that night either.
Did you do like one last, one
no.
last hurrah?
Not that night. No, not that night. I was just so worried, bro.
My
One last is crazy. Bro.
I remember
Might as well.
Farewell gift.
Farewell gift, bro.
I remember my brother. Was it my brother or my cousin? One of somebody that I was related to. They had to have a pre-appointment to get a check before they thought like
Yeah.
And the doctor said the doctor prescribed him to watch more Pamela Anderson videos.
Because the sex tape was out there, right?
It's
That was the only thing that was out.
Watch more Pamela Anderson videos and then come back and then we'll sort your stuff
Yeah.
out. We're like, what the
I know some
hell?
people were like,
Wow.
yeah, it's just not big enough yet. They're like, I mean, if he's that old already, I don't think it's gonna grow anymore.
Damn.
Bro, it
That's
was
savage.
so, man, it was kind of awkward for me, because again, they had this it's like a cloth kind of thing, right? There's a hole in the middle. It's like
Yeah.
a surgical kind of cloth.
Yeah.
I'm lying down. They put that on top of me, and then my junk was like poking through.
Yeah.
To get that thing, because it was like asleep, bro. So the first thing they did was pop, 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 like flicked it, and then
You can feel it.
the
Anesthetic?
injection, yeah.
Yeah.
But that was probably, if any like pain was ever around, that was the only thing that hurt.
man.
The injection. After that, you don't really feel it, because they were flicking it again. They go, I couldn't feel it, and then the cutting started and then stitching.
man.
Whilst that was going on, my little sister walks into the room.
What? is
Yeah,
that?
because it was like there's a
How public
a
is
waiting
this surgery?
room.
Selling tickets outside or some shit. Hey, come see my circumcision. $5 a pop. Got an audience.
On this, like a bar mitzvah. It's like, on this episode of Circumcision Theater.
We have Garcia.
Bro, you don't understand, man.
Well, he's number one. He soaked in a tub for 3 hours the night before.
The waiting room is like just down the hall.
Technically
man.
got marinated for you. Bro. Overnight marinade, bro.
I'm surprised they didn't say.
I was
mix
mixing
some bacon.
vegetables and shit.
Garlic and shit.
You know how like it's like a technique. It's called tenderizing.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put baking soda and water with the meat. Just pour some
That
baking
was me,
soda.
man. But yeah, fucking halfway through that shit, I was
Tenderizing
I was
the meat.
awake, bro. My sister, I see her head like pop out of
that's orcs.
the doorway, and I was like, "Get out!"
It's not what it looks like.
I'm like, "No,
She have
tell her
access.
to get out!" I couldn't move, bro. I was so vulnerable. She didn't know what was going on. It was like fucking, she was
Lord.
probably thinking like, "Where's Kuya? What the fuck?"
Are we gonna play PlayStation?
Was his younger
Lord.
sister as well?
Yeah,
We were like
Oh, man.
traumatized. Like, whoa, what the fuck?
The whole family was there, bro.
Wow.
I
you
did
had a
get
whole
soft
thing.
serve from McDonald's.
What
afterwards.
was with ice cream and
You didn't get ice cream?
No, I mean, like, yeah, I don't think I,
I don't
never got
remember.
ice cream.
I
Bro.
don't remember.
I don't even
Oh,
think that's a
man.
remedy to like
it's just,
cure you for your pain. And
Just a welcome to the other side.
I got a mumu. I got a mumu. I got a mumu that I got to say like it's a duster. I think it's called a duster. The
Yeah.
thing, a dress that your mum wears.
You wore one of those?
Yeah, it was or a big shirt or something because that's
Yeah.
I couldn't wear pants.
I was
yeah,
wearing
be
my
like Winnie the Pooh and shit.
You had to wear a
What-
towel.
Being Winnie the Pooh
And
for
then
like a whole week, bro.
What I did was I cut out
Winnie
a shoebox
I just got that.
and I taped it to my stomach so that anything that draped over
Oh
it
my
would have
God.
just
Oh,
just,
yeah.
it
I
wouldn't hit
I
nothing.
used the empty box of Kleenex.
yeah.
So
You didn't get like a cone?
No. Like that's some private health shit. It looks like when dogs have a.
They gave me a broomstick. It's like, what's this broomstick for? Just put it in your bed to create a teepee. Like, I didn't get a fucking cone, bro. A cone, mate.
Jesus.
You had a fucking cone on this.
Just relax. The fanciest
relax your body
ever, bro.
Hey man,
A cone of silence.
top tier, bro.
He got some Viennetta ice cream too, I bet.
I know, some
None of this
fancy
30
shit,
cent
bro.
cone.
30-cent cone, soft serve, eh?
Yeah. I got soft serve.
No. Nats had the cone around it so that he wouldn't, lick his stitches.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro.
another thing.
Bro, why am I imagining your life right now? You had a cone around,
a cone around.
like a dog.
Like a dog. So he wouldn't lick his stitches and pull them out. So he's there going, trying to lick his stitches.
No
and he's
Oh
like,
my gosh! I had an empty box of Kleenex. The hole where the tissue is being pulled out, I put my junk through there.
Oh, you made one.
And then
Nice.
You have to
I
find the
didn't really
right.
make it. It's a box. It's there.
You have to find the right box because some boxes have that little teeth thing in the edges of the circle.
Make sure it's the
one with the plastic.
elongated
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And then I had my cousins, like older cousins, big basketball shorts.
Yeah.
I didn't do the dress thing. Like the shorts was enough.
Did
But the box was like kept the tent
How
over
long
it.
did the recovery? It was like a month.
2 weeks, bro.
Oh yeah,
weeks
just a couple
a bit,
weeks,
yeah.
man.
But then when you're out and about, but it's still like a little vulnerable.
After about a week, it's
really?
cool though. Like it's just
after
it's
a
like
week,
getting
you're
a
like-
cut and then it
You just have a
heals.
little
Like it's
swag in
weird.
your walk,
It's a
bro.
little like the
Yeah.
rubbing on the.
You have that tule walk, bro.
The tule walk, yeah.
Like,
Totally.
like, you have a, like once you
It's
went,
just like-
you know how like people say if you just had sex, the next day you have a certain swag. That's like the same thing with tule, bro. When you have tule, you walk with a
Have you seen
limp,
like
bro.
any Western movies, like the way cowboys walk?
Yeah.
That's the
That's it,
Tule
bro.
walk.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Like you've been riding a friggin'
dragon
horse.
I just got to it.
These shorts ain't big enough for that.
And cowboys have the big pants and shit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
One question for you.
Do you feel lucky?
Do you feel tule punk?
That's not even a Western name. We always use that.
It's not a Western. It's just
Because it's Clint Eastwood, bro.
Clint Eastwood, man. Every time.
Oh no.
Bro, Clint Eastwood is 92 years old.
Oh man, shout outs.
He's still alive doing shit.
And he's
That's
still not Tule at 92, bro.
he got retooled because the skin gets a bit.
It grew back.
You know how the Asians get a whole like a hunch type of thing when
Yeah.
they get older. That's kind of like what.
What, it gets more foreskin? Jesus.
Oh no!
Oh my
Have
goodness.
to get a
bro.
second dose.
We should say a trigger warning for this. We should say
Yeah, we should have
This should
said
have been.
that-
We
we
should
should
have been
could
to
talk about.
we should have warned Leanne before she came in.
She
came at the right
She
time.
would just walk into a guy conversation about Tule.
circumcision. Dicks. Cut him.
Hey, you guys know how they do it in the fields, though, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
The fucking.
It's like when you
stand,
do- yeah.
stand by the river and then just
Yeah.
lay it out and.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't-
It's
I
like
don't
you
believe my-
did a crime and shit.
I don't
That's
believe my
fine.
dad. I don't believe my dad that he said that he had to have his done at the beach. So it was
the
at the beach.
And there's a tree stump, right?
He put his junk on a rock.
Yeah, that's it.
And then they
it's-
took
it's-
it.
yeah.
They got it. They got the
Bayaba sleeves, right?
Bayaba sleeves.
Yeah.
And he put that in his mouth to kind of like punch
You
it.
better chew it because it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Is try to make your mind go someplace else.
And then they fucking.
But that generally that's how they do it. Like whether it's a rock or a plank of wood or whatever.
Yeah.
You put your skin over.
No,
and
that's a
then
lot
they-
of trust. On
Yeah,
this,
yeah, yeah.
On this, the
Graphic
graphic.
No.
How many tules
it's
have you
not
done?
like that. It's
Oh,
not like a chop like that. You put the cleaver on top, and then you get a rock or like a hammer, and go like whack, and then it's like a clean cut.
Okay,
And
that
then-
makes more sense.
And then they make you run to the water. So that's probably why he did it at the beach because salt water is like it cleans
yeah,
it.
clean it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what happens
I
after
believe
that?
him, man.
Because they do stitches, but in the fields, what do they just?
Bro, no, they rough it. They
just
rough
let
it out. They're
let
tough.
it be. Let it be.
They tough
let
and
it
they're
be.
just like,
Yeah.
It's, just it's like a wound that's healed, bro.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure vinegar would have been involved or something. I don't know.
Safeguard.
you're not selling it, bro. You're not dipping it in something.
The jar, just preserving it. You know,
Well, it's gonna make it crispy. crispy tules.
because you know how like like Filipinos like to preserve shit by putting it in a jar of vinegar.
My cousin tried because we got ours done on the same day. He tried to keep his because they keep it in the little container, like the PE sample.
Yeah.
That little cylindrical thing.
Yeah.
It's like there's a bit of water in it, and
got his
it's in there, right?
got it
The
there.
foreskin. He wanted to keep it. And then after about a week, you know where he fucking kept it in the fridge. So my tita was just like, "What the fuck is this doing?" And like next to our food, like, and she chucked it out.
Disgusting, bro. Yeah, I would too, bro. That shit is
But we always have a running joke, man.
What?
We always got to.
This looks like the end of a balloon. The
when you tie it, and you gotta like pull it and go. That's so gross.
I'm gonna move on to the next segment.
Can we
because
move,
sorry.
I'm having way too much fun with this shit. The last time this happened, I had to get censored, bro. So let's move on.
All right, Don, what's your fun fact? What's your interesting fact of the week?
Fun fact of the week. Oh, the thing that I was thinking about this week was, you know how there's corporate speak, right? You've got corporate speak when it's like, as mentioned, it's a way that you speak on emails that you have to kind of be respectful, but at the same time, you know that there's something else behind it.
Yeah.
Right?
Like the saying more.
Yeah, there's saying more. And because I was thinking about it when I rocked up to your daughter's birthday, and your dad greeted me at the door and was like, "So, I see you came here with no accompaniment."
Yeah. I don't know why he says that. I don't know why he says it like that.
No, because like Titos love to show their vocabulary in certain ways just to flex that I know what this word means. But it doesn't really make sense in this
He has no accompaniment.
He saw it on the work email.
In my head,
I'll use that one.
In my head, I was going through the Rolodex of the list of like, what the heck? What the fuck does he mean? You come here with no accompaniment. Is he saying like,
You know what
I
he meant,
I need a girlfriend? Like, is that what it is? Do I need to have like a family? All of this stuff. And I was just like going through that. All Filipinos do this thing. Or maybe all Asians do this thing where they say something, but it also has these underlying connotations.
Oh, hell yeah.
And one of the main examples of that is like, bahala ka sa buhay mo.
Oh, that's the big one.
That's the biggest one, right?
Because you don't know if it's my life or not. I really don't know. I'm walking out of the house not knowing if this is my life or not.
Like when your parents say,
What?
when your parents tell you like, oh yeah, fine, go for it, just do it.
I just go, okay, thanks, and then just walk out.
You're a braver man than I, mate.
If you take it literally. It really is, you know. But you said,
how are you still alive? No, this guy's been.
This is why he had to move to London.
I've been exiled. I didn't actually choose.
No. That's how he moved to London because his parents were like, "Bahala ka sa buhay mo."
I was like,
he took the next plane to London.
Bye.
Really? No. Okay.
I'm just trying to think of what other things that have your parents said that you know that there's this underlying connotation to it.
That's a brain teaser, man.
Usually they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, move out. That's okay with me." Underlying message is, "Nah, bro, don't move out. Don't move out. You're staying with me for the rest of my life."
It's like the complete opposite.
Yeah, it's always opposite. Everything they say is opposite.
Yeah.
My dad said something to me recently.
It's like, "How's my cooking?" And then you'd be like, the underlying message is, "You better motherfucking say it's good." That's the only answer I'm accepting. That's the underlying message.
Because it's not an open question. Huh?
Yeah. It's all validation, right?
The other thing, because I know that my dad's love language is food.
Yeah.
So whenever he's like, "Hey, have you eaten? Come eat with me," and that's him.
Expect them to eat you.
Yeah, that's him like wanting to spend time. That's him showing love, and I know that that's the way he speaks. My dad said something to me recently, and I can't remember the word, what it was. I remember asking him what it meant.
Was it accompaniment?
No. It was he said, he's like, "You look," and he used a Tagalog word that I didn't understand. I've never heard before. And I asked him what it meant. He's like, it's like you haven't exercised in a long time. He said it to me, and I'm like, and I felt really triggered because I haven't exercised in like
it was a dig, right?
Yeah, it was like a dig, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
Are you like insulting me? Is that what you're doing, Dad? Like, he's like, no, I'm just like worried about you. You know, yeah.
Come eat with me so I can roast the fuck out of you in a language you don't understand.
I'm gonna use a word you're not familiar with, so I could explain to you what I really mean. Another one is like, I'll be there in 30 minutes. That's usually about 2 hours.
Oh, that's a fucking lie, man. Yeah, that's a lie.
I'm on my way now. That means I just woke up.
He's in bed still. Yeah.
I'm at the front door. That's that has happened to me. Really? That is how I'm at the front door. I'll be there soon. I look at the front door. No one's there.
Really?
Like, be creative with this shit.
Oh
And
my
the
God.
person came like an hour later. I'm like, okay.
Why lie for?
Why lie for?
This is a lie I could check, bro. What the fuck?
Dude.
That's a good one.
I get that from your brother Ken like before.
Yeah.
Because I'll get the text like, I'm out front, but I'm out front. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Speeding through the side.
You're like maybe 5 minutes later, I see him going, like, bro, man.
I was outside already.
You know he sent that message at the last lights that he
Bro,
was
he's like 2 traffic lights away.
before you. Oh man.
Okay. Let's have a little break in the podcast so we can get
Yeah.
something to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
And entertain our guests because I feel like,
Yeah,
you know, like
Sorry.
we've tortured them enough
with that shit.
with our two-legged jokes.
Oh my God.
But
Let's have a break,
let's have
let's have a
something to
break,
eat. Let's have a break. And all right, I want to do a new segment since Threads has become a thing now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good one.
This I decided to put some stuff that I've been posting on Threads on our Cheatcoders account, and again,
Yeah, yeah.
and
I
getting some engagement from it,
Yeah,
and then
3,000 followers
man.
already.
For
Yeah,
context, Threads is the Instagram's Twitter or alternative
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah, so if you're not following us on Threads, please do, because then you get an opportunity to get you shouted out on this segment, because we get a lot of nice little feedback from it. So this is called Threads
Talk.
This is called.
I didn't even think about the name of the
I can't
segment.
believe you went in without a title. You just like, it'll come to me. Thread Talk.
All right, so this will be named sooner.
Thread Talk.
Hopefully sooner than later.
Thread
but
Talk is good.
This is Thread Talk or
Talks.
or hanging by a thread.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm hanging by a thread, loving you. All right, so the first post, one of the posts that I did recently was horror movies if they were Filipino.
Oh,
And my suggestions were Train to Ubusan, The Conjuring.
Wait, who said these?
Oh, this is
Should we
me.
give him a
This is
shout out?
mine. This is
yours.
mine.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
mine.
yeah.
We shout out Raf.
Shout out
Shout
to
out
me.
to
Shout out to Raf.
So that was
Conjuring.
Jeepneys, Creepneys.
Oh, that's a good one.
Jeepneys,
Creepneys.
Where'd
How'd you get those?
Jeepneys?
Jeepneys.
And then my last one was Sigo. Just straight up.
No, Scream. Cigar, yeah, Scream. Cigar.
So and then I wrote your turn. So we got a few of them that came up.
Hello,
So there was one from JXFFB saying Ito.
Shoutouts.
Instead of it's Ito.
Okay, I get it. That's good.
float down here.
What you call it? There's also I see Conan, Walang Corriente.
Walang
which is-
Corriente.
Which is lights out.
Oh, lights out.
But he went all the way.
Yeah.
No electricity.
He didn't get like brown out or anything. He was like, wala na corriente.
Corriente.
Fuck.
bro.
Corriente.
And then we have Day Day the DJ Day Day.
DJ.
He said the Sing
Day-Day.
Sing,
The Ring.
the Ring.
Oh,
Hey.
the Sing coming to a theater near you.
And then there was Mike Seabay photo, which was Young Blair Bruja project, which is
The Blair Witch Project.
Young Bruja. It's the Young Blair Bruja project.
That sounds like a rap name. Young Blair Blue.
Young Blair Bruja.
Yo, this is Young Blair Bruja.
And then there's
Coming at
also from Mike Seabay photo, Carrie.
Oh, like Carrie?
Carrie.
Carrie. Yeah.
Carrie.
Okay.
That's a smart one. Good one, Mike.
And then there's Dese. She said Carrie as well, but then she said the XRC.
XRC.
The power of Christ compels you.
And then this was probably one of my favorite. Don Dizon. is last house on the left along the Riles.
Along the what?
So last house on the left, the movie.
Yeah.
But he just added in along the Riles at the end of it.
Along the
Riles.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too
Riles.
because it's a throwback to one of the TV shows in the Philippines. And then Mike Archangel. He had a few ones, but one of my favorite ones was ParangNormal Activity.
ParangNormal Activity.
ParangNormal Activity is the most boringest horror movie alive. It's like
ParangNormal.
May pare, ano nangyari? Wala.
ParangNormal
Activity lang.
Normal lang.
he's just like, oh, what's happening in security camps?
Wala lang.
Normal activity lang.
Normal lang.
Normal lang naman.
Ilang ghost nasa CCTV nga?
Wala.
3. Parang normal. Normal na Saturday.
Normal.
Tell me when there's 4.
Parang normal.
Parang normal. I want to say that every now. Parang normal. Parang normal lang naman.
That'll be the most boring. That's so boring, Ghost. Like, I just doing normal shit. Ghost shit.
It's like, was the white lady on Balete Drive? Parang normal lang.
Normal lang yan.
She's always there.
Parang normal.
Still white.
Still like that. She didn't get a 10. Parang normal lang.
Bro, that made me laugh when I saw that one.
That's great. That was a
good
good
one. And then there was also John Gabayo, whatever. Insidious.
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 That's it. And then there's also Oliver RVS, Ice Candy Man. So like Ice Candy. Bro, you guys are good, bro.
Ice Candy Man.
You got some good ones in there, everyone. So
If
You really are fans.
If you have a sweet tooth, you just turn off the lights at midnight, look in front of the mirror, and just repeat the name, Ice Candy Man, Ice Candy Man, Ice Candy Man 3 times, and he'll appear with some ice candy.
It's nice. It's nice.
and nothing will be paranormal. It'll be just a ParangNormal.
Parang normal lang naman.
ParangNormal yan.
Parang normal na. I love that shit.
Hey, you did that one again. Shout outs to you, man.
Shout outs to you, bro.
That's great. That's a good one.
And then I was like, I added into the threads. I was like, werewolf equals like a Filipino werewolf be called Nasan Wolf. Or wolf na tayo.
Wolf na tayo.
Because werewolf.
With an apostrophe.
Werewolf.
We are wolf.
So werewolf, in Filipino, werewolf is wolf na tayo.
It's just a direct
Nasaan yung
translation.
wolf? Werewolf.
Where na tayo?
Nasaan
Wolf,
wolf?
there it is. Werewolf, wolf,
There it is.
Come on, that wolf.
And I was thinking, like when I was driving home, when I thought of that line, I was like, imagine if his brother was where Wally.
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally?
And then there's where the werewolf would be the one that be hiding, like you have to find him in the red stripes and stuff.
Yeah.
That'd be a nice book, Werewolf, instead of Where's Wally, Werewolf with a question mark. And then
You gotta
opening it up,
spot
you
where
gotta
the wolf
spot
is.
the wolf is.
Where's wolf?
Where's wolf?
Where's
Where's Wolfie?
Wolf na tayo. All right, so another
wolf na tayo.
Werewolf. So dumb, man.
Werewolf! Wolf na tayo! Kaming lahat.
Why do you have to shout?
I don't know, man.
Wolf na tayo. It's like you just come out of the closet.
Wolf na tayo.
It's like I've been hiding the fact that I've been wolf for a long time.
I can just imagine it
I
now.
am, you are, wolf na tayo.
I can just imagine like the trailer of it is like a full moon, and then it's somebody like in a closet they're hiding, but they're not hiding because they're trying to like keep away from someone. They're hiding because they're about to like pop out of the closet and be like,
Become a wolf.
wolf nako!
Wolf nako. Or a bunch of them to come out of the closet like, wolf na tayo. Bro, if
And
you're
your Filipino does it, he's so upset.
now he'd be like, I always knew. I always knew. All right, my second
I learned to
post
understand.
that I posted on Threads was like yesterday, and it is, what's some Filipino dating red flags?
Oh yeah.
And then my suggestion was Filipinos with 50-50 rice to ulam plates, definitely a red flag.
I guess I'm a red flag.
So we also have some over here saying, that's blazing shoes inside the house. Red
I like
flag.
that, yeah,
red flag.
So
that's a red
it-
flag.
That's blazing is a red flag, or is this?
I know, if you're dating someone and they
don't do
put,
that.
you
Don't
know,
do
they
it.
keep shoes inside the house, that's
That's
a red
true.
flag.
Yeah.
Don't go there.
And then It's Meek says, not dipping skyflakes in coffee.
Oh.
I don't even know that was a
very
thing.
niche.
That's probably my
Pandesal and
Yeah, pandesal,
yeah,
for sure.
everything.
That was another one too, not dipping pandesal in the coffee.
Yeah.
And then there was the ones that don't understand the difference between vegan and vegan. I don't even know why I gave it an accent.
Vegan.
We,
just
we were just joking.
riffing. Come on.
And then
You're the carpenters yet.
there's also a couple of people saying that people who don't like sinigang is a red flag. I'm
Who doesn't
agree.
like sinigang?
Yeah, I'm
I do not
agreed.
know one Filipino that does not like sinigang.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
Like
incorrect.
any variation of it, eh?
That's a psychopath.
And
Yeah.
and even like I'm pretty sure because your wife's not Filipino, my wife's not Filipino.
Yeah.
My wife's favorite Filipino food is
Sinigang.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's usually a top.
It's a top
You
tier.
know, the Queen of rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth. Her favorite Filipino food was sinigang too,
Okay, yeah.
which that may be correct or it might not be. But either way,
I was looking for the punch.
Something screaming in
it
there.
may or may not be. You just
You just
Fun
don't know.
fact: that may or may not be
But I
true.
imagine so. It would be
it could be either 100% correct
50-50.
or 100% incorrect. It's either one.
So Asiali Yalbas says when he says "I love you" on the first date.
Oh,
Hello,
That's a Ted
Cleve.
Bundy.
Is that just a
Man.
Filipino thing? Is that just like a
That's in
I've
general.
fucking done that shit. Making out. It's not even a date. We were making out and I said that shit. And she was like,
For-
what? What are you
for-
talking about?
For fun, or you meant it?
No, I was just in the moment, bro.
Nice.
I'm like, I don't know what to fucking say. I was like, yeah, that was the last time.
Another one.
Didn't see her again.
Brayfit9 says being from the same hometown,
Oh,
cousin possibility,
Oh.
red flag for sure.
Yeah.
Especially if you got the same last name
danger.
and the same parents. Grandparents.
That's a big red flag,
That's
bro.
a red flag.
flag for sure? You're meeting each other at the family reunion.
Yeah, you met
that's,
each other at your Lolas.
that's probably a red flag.
Danger.
You maybe we're related.
And then
If they're younger, it's an amber flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Mikhail Mali says, I don't even know why this is even here. Hot dog?
Hot dog.
What's a name?
joke. What? What?
Mick Homali says, hot dog?
So the red flag is just
Hot dog?
Like a hot dog.
Yeah.
It
But the
sound-
way
it
it's
sounds like-
the way it's spelled, that's how I said it. So hot dog?
I kind of agree with him though.
yeah. If you're dating someone and they go up to you and go, hot dog,
It sounds like a red flag.
that's a red flag. For
Don't go
sure.
there.
It's the Filipino hot damn, bro.
Yeah.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
No, it's tender juicy.
Well, so
That was my nickname.
Mike C. Babe Mafoto
Hey.
says when she doesn't come back with extra lumpia for me,
Oh.
extra lumpia is a
That
must.
sounded mad. That sounded really personal there.
Krisha, what did you do?
Very specific there. All right, D Ramos 707.
That's
says-
Dina.
Yeah,
What's up,
Dina.
Dina?
Hey.
She says they called the guy friend Kuya who actually likes you, but you leave him in the friend zone. So
Wait, say it again, say it again.
What? Say again.
they call the guy friend Kuya who
Yeah.
actually likes you, but you leave him in the friend zone.
Oh, so
Oh,
they-
so
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
red
yeah.
flag on the girls.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, so
the
they
girls
have,
are- yeah.
they have a Kuya roster type of thing.
Yeah.
And you definitely
Kuya
know that
zone.
they like
Jesus.
you.
Even
Kuya
the
zone.
Kuyas get a roster. Shit. That's just a side Kuya. Fuck him.
side
Oh,
Kuya?
Jesus.
That's facts.
Side queer.
Side cool.
I think that.
When I
I think,
sidestep.
Sidestep
Kuya.
oh god. I think the scientific term is fluffer. Fluffer.
Even businesses use that shit.
Yeah, fluffer. It's basically you keep them around to you know,
It's a fluff.
to fluff, but also help satisfy particular needs that you're not getting met with your current partner.
Mr. Kim, shout outs to Mr. Kim,
Shout outs.
Hey.
says when she finds out you're a United States military personnel and wants to sleep with you ASAP, trying to get that citizenship.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
That sounds personal.
That
sounds
That
very
was very
specific.
specific. Wow.
Who hurt you, man?
Speaking from experience.
Oh, God.
Joe Bell Erica says
red
Filipinos who eat brown rice,
Oh yeah.
3 red flags.
Yeah, if it's not brown from garlic, then there's a red flag.
What's
bro.
going on? Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself then.
Yeah.
Well,
He's
yeah,
wearing
This
red.
one's an interesting one. Toji
and red flag.
underscore Toji Fushigo Ru 137 says when they don't mano po the lolas and lola.
Yeah, you gotta have some
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah.
Respect, man.
Bro, we were, again, cousin's wedding on the weekend. Cousin's fiance or his wife now is Korean. I even mano her parents. It was like, hey, man.
How
you're
did they
part of the
react?
family now.
You gotta understand this.
Everyone gets a mano.
So, yeah, you have to bow to them and stuff like that.
I bowed and mano at the same
We
time.
and curtsied.
Power move.
We were joking
power.
around like with my cousin, like, because for the Korean family he'd be bowing, and then
Yeah.
for us he'd be like, "Yo, what's up, man?"
Yeah. It sounds like, you know, the Obama sketch from Key and Peele.
Yeah.
It's like whenever he sees a white person, like Obama's like, oh, how do you do? And he sees a black person, he's
Oh,
like,
I guess,
hey,
hey,
bring
what
it
up,
in.
bro?
Yeah. He's doing that with us.
안녕하세요, and they're like, "Hey."
Bring it in.
Brothers.
All right, and I'm gonna end the segment with one of the jokes that I made up on the threads.
Hey,
Why do Filipinos respond to ps?
why?
Because it's the sound of P noise.
Now you say it, I get it now.
I get it. I read that.
I was like, what kind of lame joke is this? Now it makes sense.
So some jokes don't translate well in the threads.
Yeah.
It needs a Instagram.
Yeah.
It needs a delivery.
That's audio, that one.
That was the audio one right there.
P noise.
So if you guys want to get involved in this segment, I'm gonna keep posting random shit on the threads and see what happens.
Thread talk.
And
I'm so happy
thread
Threads
talk,
came about.
thread talk. This
Yeah,
is
my
thread talk.
We'll get something. We'll get something. We'll get something.
This is Thread Talk.
Instagram make me stay at home.
You know, it's a home rap. Take rap out, please. Someone take this man out.
Please, I want to hang out with some guys and some
need some
people. I
homies.
need some homies, bro. All right.
Dead talk.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
That was so fun. I watched the first episode of Black Mirror in this
Hey.
new season. I watched
Joan
Joan
is awful.
Finally,
Finally,
Joan
we talk
is
about it.
awful. So now we can talk about it. So people out there who haven't seen the first episode of Black Mirror, please skip for the next 15 or so minutes because we are going to go in deep with Joan is awful.
The with Black Mirror now, it was very subtle, the references to technology. Before there was most of the stories were very futuristic. Now they seemed like it was set in normal times, but then there was
now.
like right now, but then there was an element of it that just
tech.
was a little bit more advanced
yeah.
technology.
Yeah.
So for this one, the advanced tech is that it reads your life. You're basically
Well, let's
computing,
put some context to it. I'll be the context guy. So story is a girl wakes up and then she starts doing her normal days.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, she sees that Netflix, their version of Netflix, Streamberry,
Streamberry.
has a new show which pretty much replicated that whole day from start to finish, but embellishes it even more to make her look even more
And using
awful.
AI to use actors, not the real actors, but an AI version
Of
the
Salma
actors
Hayek.
acting.
Yeah.
Acting
Yeah, so
these
you,
events.
you find out that it becomes everything is CGI in there, and
But it looks real.
No,
it
it's
looks
real,
real.
it's real, it's real.
Look, it looks real, but the
But it's AI.
context
Yeah.
AI. So everything is AI generated, and it's using the phones or anything that's smart
Yep.
that could detect. I think it's anything with a microphone on it
Microphone,
or a
cameras
camera
and
on
stuff.
anything.
Recreates your
they
day.
recreate your whole day immediately and create an episode out of it.
So the TV show it shows your whole day, everything that happened up to maybe 2 hours ago. So
Yeah, literally,
you're
yeah.
watching it play out, and it's like the character that like your character is Salma Hayek in this instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and the reason is, I guess the technology that they're trying to introduce here is quantum computing and how
Yeah.
like how crazy fast it is, right? And the fact that, you know, when we say stuff around our phones, like if I was to say air fryer, next time you go on Facebook, there's air fryers coming up on your
It's like an ad.
on your ads. So it's constantly picking up like cues and stuff, and that's the information that they're using to create this world that's able to create a TV show within minutes, within hours.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they use the technology that's already out now that we're familiar with, AI, the telephone
Saying
thing,
what it
Quantum
could be capable
computing.
of.
and then
Yeah.
they're just creating this whole
beef it up like it
this
could do
new
this.
technology that is like
The other thing as well is the part where it was Joan is all the story of Joan herself. She was the simulation of somebody else.
But that was
That's
that's
the
right
twist.
at the end. Like,
Yeah, that's the twist. But like, that,
jumped the whole middle part here.
what a twist! What a twist!
So
But like,
Michael Cera, right?
but yeah, but that was the thing. Like, it's the idea of if this world is a simulation, then like we're experiencing life as we experience it.
Yeah.
But then we could possibly be a simulation
Of someone
and then
else's life,
and then of somebody else's life. But then if we run a simulation in this level of the simulation, that person who is in that simulation will be experiencing life for themselves, but they don't have any understanding of us here.
Yeah.
They don't have any understanding of the fact that like we're just running them as a simulation.
Yeah.
And that's like
It's simulationception. It just keeps going.
mind-boggling.
Right, right,
man.
right.
yeah. And at the end of the
Mind-boggling.
day, like ignorance is bliss, right? Like if those people,
Yeah, you know, if like the Matrix, if that shit was real, leave me in the Matrix.
yeah, I mean, like don't tell me about the other worlds
The real
and
world's
stuff. Like,
shit.
yeah, man.
Give me that fake
Actually,
chicken.
let me
fake
learn
chicken.
about
Give me the fake
let me
steak.
learn about the new world. I mean, the first world, because I'm apparently a celebrity in that world. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking now. When Don said this is a simulation of someone else's life, so which celebrity are they
I know.
using for me to play someone else's life?
So I'm a celebrity in the first
Oh,
the
shit.
source world because
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they're only sourcing out people who license their face
Filipino.
Right.
for
Wow.
the TV show. So
We're
throughout the whole thing, I was just yelling, "Just break your fucking phone, and kill everything that's smart. You'll be all right." It's like, what else
imagine in the
can-
real world.
Yeah, they went to the main source.
With the
Yeah,
Cheatcoders, but famous.
Ah. I'll probably be the most
Famous
handsome
coders.
guy in the source world, bro.
Oh man,
But yeah, I was like thinking when I was watching this episode, I was like, this is the most lighthearted
Oh yeah.
Black Mirror episode.
Have you seen the whole season?
I haven't
yet?
seen the whole season
Okay.
yet, but watching this first episode, I was like,
It's very light.
I'm not used to watching Black Mirror laughing
Yeah.
and enjoying
It was
myself.
More, it was more comedy.
Yeah,
and
because when
stuff.
Selma Hayek went into the whole thing, as in like the real Selma Hayek, not the AI one, I was just
Yeah.
laughing my brains off.
Oh, yeah.
She's hilarious.
It's very light.
it's the fourth wall type shit, right?
Yeah.
It's been broken because basically it's not just them talking to you type thing. It's like, hey, this whole world isn't the world that you think it is. It's the other layer, and then you find out like later on there's another layer on top of that.
And at the end
How
of the
many
day,
layers
they
are
still. This is a concept that they really explored earlier in the Black Mirror series with Hang the DJ. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, similar.
Similar thing. An app like with the same people or like a simulation of people, and that is analyzed into the real world. So it's a different concept. It's a familiar concept, but execution was different.
But yeah, they touched on that whole thing of streaming services, and they kind of like made fun of themselves, right?
Netflix.
Streaming services doing based on a true story style
Yeah.
things, and there's so many things that are based on true stories.
Yeah, and at the end as well, when they when you browse through it, and there's like a Raf is awful and a Don is awful.
Yeah.
It's like an algorithm type thing that makes it from everyone's lives.
Well,
But
that was the
degrees-
plan in the show to
Yeah.
try and sell this to people.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
so that
right.
everyone's going to have their own
Have
TV
their
show
own
of
is
themselves.
awful. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
See, would you though? Because you touched on this point there. Like, if the Matrix was real, you'd rather stay in there, right?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
rather not know about it.
The
I think
ignorance
it
is
will just,
bliss
I
type
think it
thing.
will just drive me crazy.
You know what? I reckon what would
That's
happen
true.
is people would just live their lives as if everyone's watching them. Like it's
So careful.
Yeah, really careful.
So
really
everyone's
like
going to be
paranoid.
uptight.
Yeah.
It's going to be like cancel culture police.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Times
It's
20
like-
billion.
Because it's your life being projected on a big screen.
But you have to watch everyone's lives.
It's like
That's a
Jim
lot of lives to
Carrey
watch.
in Truman Show when he found out that the
Oh,
world.
I watched that recently as well. Great movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Such a good
This
one.
was like Truman Show for the
Yeah.
modern era.
Yeah.
This was like a mixture of everything that we're dealing with, like that and that and that, and then our love for multiverse,
Yeah.
all mixed into just one episode, which makes it a good.
It was a good.
fun.
It was okay. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't a top tier Black
Nah.
Mirror because when I watch Black Mirror, I'm expecting. I want to
I'm-
feel like
I wanna be-
"Oh,
I wanna be
that's
depressed."
fucked up." Yeah, I'm like I want to be
depressed.
Still feeling a bit light. What's the next one?
They kind of did have a bit of a shift with this season, though.
Yeah.
Because everything up until this point was trying to show you like futuristic tech, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
like
And this one is
dystopian.
just showing stuff that's around.
Already
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
I think that's why they delayed it, because it felt too real. Like if we'd watched that during like COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
I'd be so impressed if that episode
Came out, like, years
Yeah,
ago.
it was like probably like 5 years ago that they
Oh,
made it.
yeah, that would
and then
be
I'll be like,
insane.
whoa, they're really ahead of the
They should
time.
have dropped it.
Yeah.
If they had it already.
But yeah, man, that was a really interesting episode. I'm gonna watch the other episodes.
Garcia is awful.
Yeah, and now
See, it's awful.
and now I'm gonna expect to be
So that's just
depressed in the next
ParangNormal
episode.
lang yan.
ParangNormal.
Paranormal lang yan. Oh, paranormal.
Garcia
Skip
is
na lang.
Normal.
He is awful.
That's got to be the title, man. Paranormal.
It's funny because like I don't know if I talked about this on the Patreon episode or on this episode, but part of my speech for my cousin's wedding was me trying to act like I wanted to make it about me. And then like afterwards, because I said I'm gonna make it about me, and I heard one of my cousins go, "Of course," and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not."
Called out.
And I of course you are. I'm like, oh fuck. It made me think like, am I an ass? Am I an narcissist?
You are awful, bro.
Am I awful?
John is awful.
John is awful.
We can
God.
recreate that.
Paranormal
easily.
lang naman.
Yeah.
You know, like who's your celebrity? You know, the Salma Hayek was the celebrity for that chick.
Yeah, yeah.
Your celebrity is that the video that Nat sent.
Which one?
The one with the white teenage guy saying,
I love you, baby girl.
The Riz dude.
The Riz
in
baby
2010.
girl.
I love you, baby girl. Stay perfect. Just for me.
I love you, baby
He's got the
girl."
eyebrows too, man.
I'm gonna find it.
That's so cringe, man.
What you posted? You posted on WhatsApp?
I think in the I think in the
Instacoders,
Cheatcoders group.
Yeah.
It's white
I'm
boy
excited to
bulletins.
see you at school tomorrow,
Don't
baby
play
girl.
it. That's it's yuck.
It's so cringe, man.
And then he has this laugh.
Don't. Oh god.
It's the eyebrows.
True. I love you more than anything else in the world.
It's so creepy, bro.
Sounds like a serial killer.
Baby girl, stay perfect.
It's so scary,
It sounds like he wants to kill you, man.
Another video. It's like straight horror.
Yeah.
India normal.
Indian normal. Indian normal
Abnormal
activity.
activity. That one.
Ugh,
I love
gross.
you, baby girl.
Fucking hell.
Girl.
All right, we are back. All right, from the people who didn't want to get spoiled from Black Mirror, we are here. We're back, and let's move on to another topic.
You're roasting. Yeah, we're back from roasting. Don.
Bro,
Don is awful.
we're gonna miss you, bro.
Yeah,
I just want to say that on.
I had a
on
good
the
night
line.
tonight. You know, this is a good.
Oh, bro, I
final
haven't
episode.
laughed like that. In
We
a
didn't
while.
laugh. It was the stuff between the break that really
That's-
got us.
see,
It's always like that.
I tell you what, like when you guys first started this podcast, Raf and Nats, like you guys just wanted to make it about communicating better, and it's evolved into something more. And I think one of the things that we always say is that we'll keep doing this for as long as this is fun. This is fun all the fucking time.
Yeah, man.
Every time.
I don't see it stopping.
Every
bro.
time we get together.
Even when we're tired, like that last episode where we're just really tired.
yeah.
and we're just low energy. That was still fun to me, bro.
You can see everyone lying back like this.
Like this. All right, we're done.
It was right after we ate. I was like, oh, this isn't a good idea.
We ate, but then again, that was like the third episode we recorded that
Yeah.
night.
Oh, bro, and we had a
And
photo
we-
shoot that
Jesus
night as
Christ,
well.
yeah.
And this, like we ate tonight.
That's one of those moments where we realize we're in our mid-30s.
Oh, yeah.
In like mid-20s, we would have handled that
Imagine
shit.
40s,
like bosses,
bro. We're gonna have like, if we have gout and shit, we're like,
I gotta get back into the gym, man.
Yeah.
This is making me want to go back to the gym. But tonight we ate, but we're a little bit more energized because Nat's got some pretty good news, which we won't share. We won't share.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're not
not,
gonna
not,
share.
our
Not
business.
until November.
No context, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a shame.
Shout out.
Shout outs to anyone who knows.
Shout outs.
There's just
Shout
more
outs.
like 2 people.
It's like the biggest in-house. No one listening is gonna know what we're talking about. Shout out. We're not gonna tell you though.
But like, yeah, it's not like the last 2 weeks, man, with you in the podcast has been awesome as well as tiring.
Always fun. Yes, very
Well, yeah.
tiring.
I'm sorry about the drone.
Yeah, bloody hell! Don't let me a drone. There's no battery inside.
He might as well given you like his phone. Same thing. You could chuck it in the air.
What? Peg his phone in the air.
His phone in the air.
Chuck it out of Woolworths.
Same deal.
Chuck a phone at the Woolworths.
There's so many in-house jokes. No one's gonna get these. Chuck it at the Woolworths.
If you
No
want to know,
context.
if you want to know about that, subscribe to our Patreon. Ask us. What
Hey.
does phone chucking
Weekly
Woolworths?
episodes of
We've
Patreon.
been very
Yeah.
productive this 2
Weekly.
weeks, I think,
Yeah.
but it's good.
We want to thank all of our patrons. Thank you so much for subscribing to us. It helps us continue doing this podcast and doing something that we love and sharing stuff with you. Thank you so much.
Gang,
Hey,
gang.
man.
Salamat.
Salama.
I feel like we're ending the podcast
we
for.
ending?
It's like finale,
It's
bro.
like, it's like the last episode.
See you next week.
So emotional.
It's been fun.
It's been fun.
It's been real, guys.
Well,
Had
yeah.
a good time.
Anyone who has anything to talk about before we go Cheatcoders Stash, I just want one more segment and I think we're sweet.
This is the normal episode. I just want to
Yeah.
shout out Kyle and Ange.
Shout
My
out.
cousins got married. I'm
Hey.
like, man.
Hey.
I know we keep bringing it up, but I'm so fucking proud of these motherfuckers, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
These motherfuckers. These-
Good stuff.
Is there any Filipino traditions in weddings, man? Like this, I know there's the rope and the veil, but I just don't think there's anything else. Everything
I feel
else
like that's
seems
more a
normal.
Catholic
Yeah.
tradition than it
Yeah.
is a
Yeah.
Filipino tradition. There was, so at my cousin's wedding, they did a Korean tea ceremony. And they
That
did,
was dope.
That was really cool. So they got dressed up in this traditional Korean gear. Yeah. And they had, was it chestnuts?
I'm not sure what kind of fruit it was.
It was
but
it was like a type of fruit, and so the mother and the father of the groom would be served tea, while the newlyweds are holding like it looks like a blanket, or almost like a hammock of sorts.
Yeah.
It's a symbolic thing. Anyway, they take these fruits and they throw it at the blanket, and whatever lands on the blanket, that's how many children they're expected to have.
Yeah.
So.
They caught 11, bro.
That's a soccer team,
By
bro.
the time our cousin Kyle, he was kind of tipping it to the side. I was like, this is a lot.
It's like the first one when my cousin's parents did it, it was 4 boys and 1 girl. That's the first run.
Well, but it is a fruit representation of a gender?
Yeah, there's
yeah.
2 types of fruit.
Yeah, two types of fruit. And then his wife's parents were next, and it was like 3 boys and 2 girls or something. Like it was something of that. And it was just like, whoa.
I love it. This is such an Asian thing to do, bro. It's like we're just getting married now. Now we're talking about children. Like,
Stack on some more pressure on top of this.
and you're doing it with fruit. What, you calling me fat? Shit, bro. Like this is such an Asian thing to do, bro.
Dude. But yeah, they,
Like a roast ceremony more than tea ceremony.
It's awesome, man. It's cool, just the whole, I guess, melding of different cultures and stuff.
I
Like
love
everybody,
that.
like getting to see like the way people celebrate love and shit.
yeah.
Like Don said, it was like I think Filipinos, a lot of us, like it's a very Catholic centric country.
I tell you what, there is one tradition that I can think of at every wedding, Filipino wedding. Somebody has to sing during the reception.
What do you mean?
It doesn't matter who. Somebody has to sing.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
there's-
Voluntary or
there's like a
involuntary.
program like where somebody's singing. Like there's always something. Like it was Christian Joseph's wedding, Christian and Abby's wedding,
You sang that?
right? And like they didn't have any singing on the program.
Yeah, no planned singers.
No planned singers.
Then
And then the DJ Kendrick starts playing some of
The DJ.
some
brother.
of Timber's and Christian's songs.
Oh, wow.
And they got up on the table and they were singing.
Who cares? Let's do
bro.
it.
Cool.
They performed, and then afterwards they're like, I think somebody tricked me into performing tonight.
That's it. That's how that works, man. Hey, Nats, how did you feel in my wedding? Like the two weddings, because there was two weddings. There was a Hindu
Hindu,
wedding, and then
Yeah.
there was the Catholic wedding. Like, how was your experience with the Hindu wedding?
I really liked, because I've never experienced anything like that. It's really festive and just
Colorful.
Colorful. It
Yeah.
was fun, man. It's probably one of the like funnest weddings I've been to.
Yeah.
But your Catholic way, I think, in terms of the entrances, one of the best entrances I've ever seen.
Mind blasting.
Mind blasting. Blasting my mind.
It's like Indian weddings are like so colorful, so vibrant. There's so much going on, and then Catholic weddings. Great intro, great intro,
great
really
intro.
good intro.
No, the Catholic wedding was good because, like, with the Hindu wedding,
it
there
up.
was no meat and there was no alcohol. So it was very
The
like,
photo shoot was lit.
yeah. And then it was
We
like,
looked like the Wiggles because we all had a different color.
Yeah, we did.
I was blue or something. Ella was he was with the Wiggles.
Did you
bro.
have the whole multiple days for the?
Nah. I had a discount, bro, because I'm Filipino. I was Shivi's discount code.
Yeah.
Use your discount code RAV to get 3 days off. We had this one day, bro.
'Cause I
One
know-
day, but she actually had in the I think it was the day before they do the henna night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where all the girls in the girls side, they do henna,
Yeah.
and they
That's
prepare
right.
for the wedding and stuff.
Like it's
and
called
so
flame.
It's a hens and henna night.
that's it, the henna night.
And it's night.
And then they also did the turmeric thing.
Was it a week? Was it like day like consecutive days? It was a week apart.
It was a week
right?
apart. The
Yeah,
first one
yeah,
was
that's
the
right.
Hindu wedding.
That's right. Yeah, yeah.
And a week later was the
That's
Catholic
Oh,
wedding. Yeah.
okay.
So we did a week
Right.
apart because we wanted to keep the vibes going. We was like, why would you go to a wedding and then be like, oh, see you in 3 months' time? And then
Yeah,
yeah.
it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Plus financially. And also, like, Shivi did all the Hindu things, the rituals, like the turmeric on the skin to cleanse the body and all that stuff. Where
Did you-
usually
did
the
you do it?
guy is supposed to do that, but they just did it on her.
Oh, okay.
And then they did the henna night, which is for the girls.
Yeah.
And I just chilled. I just chilled with the
it was
boys.
mad chill, yeah.
And then
You know, all I remember, not all I remember, what I remember the night before we crashed at Rav's, I just remember being really cold. Because he didn't give us a blanket. And there's like 4 of us in the living room, just like, Ella's got the smallest chair. And he's like this.
I did not. This is the difference between guys and girls, right?
Preparation, the girls take care of each other. Fucking
like,
Rav is
"You
like
can
the
handle
Hunger
this."
Games. Just drop this in the cold living room.
I should have stayed home.
It's fucking cold.
I'll tell you what, like it's funny because my now cousin, she was surprised because like I was helping out as the best man. I was helping organize stuff. I organized a breakfast for the boys the day of the wedding.
That's
And
nice.
because the girls were gonna like the girls were gonna organize it for us.
We needed you in our lives 7 years ago, bro. You would have handled that shit in a minute.
So I organized for us to eat somewhere because the girls were gonna like it said on the run sheet the girls were gonna get us breakfast, but they needed to wake
Dude,
up at like
they're
4 a.m.
doing Makeup
No,
at
no,
4
4
in the morning.
a.m., yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
I remember
shit, I
Shivi's
forget
one was
that.
like the first person started at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
Like,
it's-
That's
Crazy.
insane. Just
like
don't
a whole
sleep.
thing, man.
And I
Guys just like put on some pants.
It was so easy, bro. We were like, wake up. It's like it's about 9 a.m.
I had time to go to the. We had time to get coffee.
You went to the
went to the gym. Like we walked down and had some brunch. Like
Really is a big difference, eh?
Yeah.
Because
and so my cousin she's like, oh, we'll organize breakfast for you, and I was like, no. We can do it. We can figure it out. Like we organized it. I booked a place for us nearby, and all that. When I told her, like, oh yeah, I managed to like book a place, and she looked at me like so surprised. She's like, what the fuck? Like,
You got shit done.
like, wow.
You should be with us.
It's chaos here.
It's part of the bridal party.
Like, wow.
That's nice, man.
But yeah, like the one thing that I got for my Hindu wedding, everyone, all the Indian side, kept complimenting how the Filipinos were really invested in the ceremony.
Oh, really?
Because usually in this is
Other
what I heard
cultures
from
don't.
this is what I heard from Shivi. Like usually at Indian weddings, that like everyone just talks amongst each other while the thing's going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, you mean
because
like in
the ceremony,
fully Indian?
Because like yeah, because like people are just it's a long ceremony, like it's a heaps long ceremony.
Yeah.
Mine was a discounted one because Filipino, but she was
off.
like everyone was like fully like
talking to people. And
the Indian side was like talking to each other, but then some of them were looking at the Filipino side or like my side.
Yeah.
Whereas like not non-Indians, and then everyone was just watching as if there was like a movie and stuff, and they were like they were so impressed.
I've been to an Indian wedding that spanned over days. Like
Yeah.
it would have been like 4 or 5 days, different
Crazy
events.
fun.
What's going on for days, dude? Like, is it
there's different
It's
things.
like ritual stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Is it like
Yeah,
a
religious
mass
stuff.
where you just got to sit there and watch, or is it more interactive type?
No, it's more like it's a
Rituals
mass and
sort of
stuff.
thing,
It's more like a they'd go through. It's like going the rosary type of thing.
Few like dance,
Oh.
some
And, like,
dances,
Prayers
or
and
walks
stuff, and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
over and over again. Because I've been to a couple ones where it's not even a wedding; it's more so a child being born for and it's like the first month or 6 months, and they go through that ritual of like kind of their version of
And
baptism.
it'll go for like 3 days.
And it would go for like I remember going there like 3 times at the place. I was like,
Whoa.
it would be a multi-day thing. Yeah.
The first night for my friend's wedding in Delhi was the henna night, and then afterwards there was
Did you get some henna?
I didn't because
Nice little
No, I didn't.
fingernails.
Apparently, it's just for the women.
Yeah.
But like it was the henna night, and then afterwards there was dancing. Like we would just like dance about, and then the second night there was a bangle ceremony where like they exchange bangles. It was kind of like a ring, and then there was dancing, and then there was drinking, but then there was no food served until 10 p.m. Which is crazy.
That would have pissed you off, huh?
No, because we were drunk as fuck. We were so drunk. Third night
Wow.
was one of the longest, like the longest
Wait,
part.
alcohol was served? I thought there was no meat and alcohol.
For this particular one, like because they'd done the bangle ceremony, it was served
Yeah, it was.
afterwards.
Maybe
Like
the other
okay.
days
was-
don't.
yeah, there were other days. Then there was another night that there was a massive parade. So we were in this like estate.
Whoa.
And there was stuff in the. It's like there was food everywhere, and then all of a
That's
sudden,
when you feast, huh?
yeah, you kind of feast, and then you hear. It sounded like someone banging a drum, and there was all this commotion. They were coming down the street in this golden chariot.
That's gangster.
And there was like golden horses, and it was a whole massive parade
Wow.
of them.
And was it mainly about the groom?
The grooms, yeah. So
because that was Shiv's thing. It's like, man, you get it so lucky. You get the whole extravagant thing,
Yeah.
and then the wife, she gets hidden away in the venue,
yeah,
in like a room.
yep.
And
Oh,
then
wow, it's
and
the
then
other way
she gets her thing like afterwards,
So-
like her entrance afterwards. But you get a full shebang.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
wow.
there were two like they were twins.
I gotta marry an Indian girl.
So
now.
you
so
get treated like
Please
a
know
king.
anyone
bro.
if you know anyone.
so the
could be
grooms-
family.
there were two grooms at this wedding that I went to. They were twins, and they were marrying their wives on the same day.
Well, wait,
Different-
two twins getting married.
Yeah, two twins. Like the grooms were twins.
So the brides were twins
the,
too?
the brides were not twins.
Oh,
But they were
okay.
just getting married.
They
at
were
the
just
same
getting
time.
married
I
at
was
the
like,
same time.
man.
Anyway, so they
What
got
are
they were coming
What are
down the
the
street,
odds?
and you could hear all this commotion. You could hear all like this music, and then so all of the friends and family of the bride would go to the gate, and they stand at the gate, and then the men, like the grooms, would go to the gate, and they basically have to explain why they should be allowed in. So we're inside this estate, this complex,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, I didn't understand what they were saying, but I got explained that they were saying I should come inside because of this, and maybe
Like
it's
a
like
back and
because I
forth.
have this much money, and then our job was just to say, nah, you're not good enough, get away. You're not good enough, get away. Not good enough, get away. We're like,
There's, there's a lot of like hidden games in
Yeah.
in Indian weddings.
I
like
heard about someone stealing a shoe.
shoes. Yeah, someone,
Yeah, we did
someone
that for yours,
like
I
the sister-in-law has to steal the shoes, and I have to go find it.
Yeah.
Like after a certain part of the ceremony,
Yeah.
my shoes disappeared,
Yeah, you had no shoes by
Yeah, I
then.
had no shoes, and I was comfortable, so I didn't go look for it. I was like, "Hey man, I feel like I'm at home."
I don't need the shoes.
If that happened at Carl's wedding, I would have been happy, dude. Don't fucking take my shoes. It's uncomfortable as fuck. I hate that shit.
I got a bunion now. But
I'll put it back on. Put it
They,
It's so ugly.
Give it back.
Give it back.
Don't worry about tradition.
but they, but like,
Cover that up.
So after the grooms were let in, there was a fire ceremony as well. So there's a fire,
shit. I
and
think
then
there was a fire.
they walk
walk
around,
around like
the
a
fire.
million times.
That's the ritual thing I was
Yeah.
thinking about. Yeah.
And
That's cool.
And that's why, because like people were talking during this whole thing, because that was a whole day. We
Wow.
were there for the entire day, and people were just like, "Oh, cool, they're doing the fire thing now." We stood around watching because that's what
In awe.
Interesting, yeah.
it was. That's what was interesting.
I guess like if you're Indian and you have to go through that
Because,
every
like,
Yeah,
wedding.
you see it all the
This is
time.
probably like
and
the
then you'd be
10th
like,
wedding, you know
and
what
it's
I mean?
like it's not like a short wedding. It's like 3
then-
days as well. So like, oh man,
And then the final
3
day
days.
the final day that we had was
get it once, it's like,
like a
wow.
brunch. It was like a lunch that we went, and so multiple days, man, where we were eating and like drinking, and wow, just lots of color, lots of.
I want to go
vibrance.
to one, man. Can someone invite me, please?
Bro, when I do my renewal of vows, bro, I'll make
Yeah.
sure it's a Hindu one,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
Did you have to do it in Hindu?
Can we
No,
can
I'll
we
do
like
one day.
can we like parade down the street? You like in a golden chariot?
I was in an orange Lamborghini.
I remember that. That was
My
sick.
sister-in-law like surprised me. He's like, I was like expecting nothing, bro. He's like, nothing was really planned. And then I was like, all right, we're just gonna hang with the boys,
Lambo.
get driven there. But you know, apparently they have to make sure that I come in like extravagant.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they
that's
hired
cool.
the orange Lambo
mad.
and stuff. And I was
Did
like,
it go? Were you guys riding it down the street? Just like walking
Yeah.
next to it.
The door was open.
Ghost ride.
You
Oh,
love
no,
me.
this was before Drake.
It's pre-Drake, man.
Ghost ride the whip.
Always
Ghost ride the
ride.
whip.
It was orange as well. There's like, but it was,
Oh, it was orange.
This was before Cheatcoders as well. So I was like, oh man, this is
That's
Yeah.
right. It
Fuck, this guy knows.
It imprinted on him. He's like,
Yeah,
I
I was
love
like,
orange.
orange
It's gonna
is
be an
the
orange
brand.
logo.
Black mirrored everyone.
Yeah, bro. I look like a freaking king, bro.
Yep.
You
You
are
were a white
Award,
suit.
bro.
Bro, you are a king. Shut up, bro.
I still
You are
got
a
that. I still got that.
I've still got
Can
the one.
I want to do a story. This is this is a hilarious story. So I went to Fiji. This is part of my honeymoon, but there's also a wedding that was happening at Fiji for one of Shivi's cousins in Fiji. And then so I was like, all right, cool. I'll bring my Indian outfit. So I brought one of my Indian, not the extravagant wedding one, but ones that I wear at like a prayer ceremony or something like that if I go to the temple. So I brought that, and we went to the ceremony. Because Shivi told me to bring it, and then to wear the outfit that I wore. I went there. No one was wearing what I was wearing.
Oh, you're overdressed.
No, I was overdressed.
You're
Then
not even
Shivi
Indian.
was like, "Oh shit, I forgot this is Fiji.
They're gonna be like, look at this guy.
This is like this is
Let's do this. Oh,
Everyone's probably thinking
this is
you're
because
mocking them as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're like, look at this fucking guy.
I thought I was being respectful. I was like, oh yeah, being respectful. Then I saw when I was driving past, I was looking outside the taxi. He's like, no one's wearing what I'm wearing.
This reminds
everyone's
me.
like, this guy's culturally appropriating us. Huh?
And no, I was like, oh, this guy must be rich.
Damn, Shivi
You rock up in your
And I
makeup.
felt bad for her. I
Shivi
felt-
Bad 3 Wonder.
I was walking around
my
because it was okay for her to wear the saris and stuff because they were wearing saris.
So
They're
everyone was
females.
wearing like what, suits?
Females
Just
were
normal
wearing
suits?
no, not even. They were just wearing button-up shirts, like short sleeve button-up shirts, because that's what they can get.
It was
Stuff.
smart casual.
Yeah, it was like very smart casual. It was really casual,
So
actually.
what did you do?
Very
Did
casual.
you just own
smart.
it? You're just
I
like,
took my. Lucky I wore a t-shirt
Oh, lucky.
underneath, so I just took it off. Like, I don't care if I'm wearing like a t-shirt underneath, like to the wedding. I'm blending in this way more than the other way.
Far
You
out,
should have
man.
seen it. Me and Shiv laugh about it all the time. It's like every time we're about to go,
Remember that time?
every time I'm about to go to like an Indian like function or a
Just
prayer
make
thing,
sure you know.
and then they're like, "Oh, you want to wear the Indian outfit?" I'm like, "I gotta make sure first."
Just have a backup. Make sure you have a
You
backup.
gotta make sure.
Have a hoodie in the trunk or something.
So
It's like imagine going to Fiji. Everyone's like Indian and the one that's not Indian is
Yeah,
wearing
he's wearing it.
is wearing Indian
Do
clothing.
like a weave, like when the white dudes that go to Japan wearing all Jap shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone's like, what the fuck, bro?
yeah.
Who the hell is this guy?
So recently there was the Philippine Independence Ball that happened 125 years of Filipino independence. It was this extravagant event, and what I did was I wore my the tunic type shirt. You know, the one that has the letters, the bye you know, the
Yeah.
letters on it. And I wore a blazer on top of it. Like, they're just like smart casual style, right? And I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. This is in keeping with the theme of it, right? Siggy wore a barong, like he wore a barong and like seemed pretty appropriate. We get there, people are wearing extravagant versions of like the Filipino traditional attire.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it was
wow.
like a barong, but it was like a gold trimming.
You
So
know
one
what?
guy had.
So you were underdressed.
I was underdressed,
Yeah.
man. There's one guy with feathers. He
Very
had
extra,
feathers
man.
on his
Filipinos,
barong.
very extra,
Like,
bro.
what?
We extra, bro.
I'd rather be underdressed than overdressed, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone was staring at me. Like, who's this motherfucker?
It was worse because like you're not Indian
not
as well.
Indian.
So it's like this fucking Filipino, this fucking guy. Is he making fun of us?
I was scared.
Is he mocking us? This guy's mocking us. You know.
The thing is, they separate the guys and the girls, and I was with the guys, and I was like,
this is the dude. Like, you
don't
know,
even know who you're with.
we've all seen this before. It's like when a dude goes, "Hey, you know what? My wife is Indian too."
Oh, you find out the non-Indian. Did you find a
We see
non-Indian?
a lot of those. Like, hey, my wife's Filipino too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice.
I see you wearing a Filo shirt.
all these Filipinos taking our women,
Yeah.
taking our women from us.
Dude.
You flip the tables, bro. But the table's three-sided.
It's like, oh, bro, you should have seen how embarrassed I was, bro. I was like,
Yeah, I'm sure
oh.
there's photos so we could see.
Oh yeah. I'm hoping they're all burnt.
From existence.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh, here's a photo of Raf at this wedding. Oh, he looks really overdressed. And then the next one is like, oh, now he looks really underdressed.
No in
You
between.
should see me at the hotel. I'm like, oh man, I feel very, cultured.
He's got this proud face on.
He's so proud.
I'm cultured, same. And then I'm looking at my wife
he
wearing her
gets it.
sari. I'm like, you know what? Let's kill this wedding. Kill him with our looks. And as soon as we hit the taxi, we just kept driving, and then I just realized like, we're not going to somewhere extravagant, eh?
Bro, that taxi driver was a dickhead, bro. Didn't even warn you, man. He's looking at you in his review like, man.
This guy.
Fucked up, man.
There was a moment
Not
where the
another
taxi,
one.
there was a moment in the taxi driver was like, should I rob these people?
This guy's racist.
As soon as I got out of the car, bro, oof, I could sense it. Sense the burning stairs.
This is the side eye.
Oh,
This is
bro.
dude.
Extravagant side eye.
Never again,
I
bro.
love Fiji.
I'm gonna take the Garcia route. Just be casual as hell. And
Yeah.
Garcia
I love
still
that you
can't
rock
go
that.
wrong,
I
bro.
like how you rock the cap.
Just wear a brown hat.
He wore a cap.
I like how you rock your cap, your signature cap at the wedding.
You know what? This is kind of cold too, man. Like we were by the water, and my head was freezing. I just shaved it on the weekend, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna need this. It's kind of like uniform now.
It's cool though. It's like your signature.
He took it off, and everyone was like, "Hey, excuse me, mate. Do you know Christian Garcia? Have you seen him anywhere?" And he puts his hat on. And it's like, "Oh, Christian, where'd you come from?"
It's like Clark Kent. Bro, there was a couple of people at the wedding who were like, "Hey, man, watch the podcast." I was like, "Oh,
Was
it's
that
my
the
idea."
first time you met them as well? Like,
Yeah, I don't
that's
know. They
dope.
were like, "Oh, I bought a T-shirt." I was like, "Oh, cool." That's awesome.
Technically, I sleep with you every night. Technically,
I sniff the fuck out of it.
Oh, cute.
I wanted to do a wholesome moment when I wear the Cheatcoders with
Cheatcoders.
the 200th episode one with our cartoon faces.
I love that photo.
I hold Seth, and then Seth's always like grabbing my face on the
Oh,
on the T-shirt.
He
And I'm
knows.
like,
He knows it's you.
he knows that his dad's a star.
Bro, there was this one chick I was talking to at the bar. I didn't tell you this, but
At the wedding,
she was
yeah.
in the silver dress, nice, like she was, gorgeous looking girl, and then she like introduced her husband.
Huh.
I was like, oh, fuck. But he was the nicest dude. He was the guy that was saying like, yeah, we bought one of your shirts. I'm like, man, Why you gotta be so nice for? I was ready to hate on you.
There was this is
I hope I am in the what you call it, the hall pass for you.
so like so like this wedding, my cousin's wedding.
He's probably listening to
I'm listening, bro.
No.
It's too much degrees.
Oh shit, he probably is.
It's the degrees of separation.
I mean, I didn't do nothing. We were just having drinks. We had drinks after.
even know how to react to this anymore.
It's gonna be another fucking bleeping. There's another
I
bleeping.
don't even know what to do.
I was gonna say
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright.
At this particular
We're all
wedding,
friends.
right, I think this is one of the first weddings that I'd been to where there was barely any single people.
Yeah.
This, right? And
So everyone came with accompaniment.
Accompaniment.
So I see everybody came with accompaniment.
Accompaniment is hilarious.
And part of my speech, I wanted to like just point out and all of the single ladies that weren't related to my cousin. And then like nobody cheered. I was like, give us a cheer if you're any single ladies that's not related to Kyle. And it was like crickets.
Not even the staff, bro.
Not even this, like crickets. And then I was just like, because part of my speech was like, I would hear a cheer, and then I would be like, "You're welcome, boys," to like the single guys in the thing.
Yeah.
But then there was none, and I went, "Sorry, boys, it didn't go the way I wanted it to go."
Me and his brother were talking about it. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure these women didn't want to be hit on by drunk groomsmen. You know what I mean? Like, that's why they didn't put their hands up.
Very quiet.
Hey, I know the groom.
He's my friend from work. Or some shit. Oh my god.
Send someone some lugao. You have some lugao sent from that guy over there.
I used to hate weddings. I love them, bro. I
love weddings.
Weddings
I
are
love
best.
going to weddings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
I really wish I could have been at your and dude get to
Bro.
watch all the Lambo and all the.
Bro, I wish I knew you
back and
6-7 years ago, bro.
Yeah, I would have organized breakfast for the day of.
We'd have blankets.
Such a dope celebration, man.
We'd have
Don't worry,
blankets.
bro. I'm
We'd be
pretty
warm.
sure we're gonna have more celebrations like that.
Sky doesn't even care.
I wish I was there at Fiji when that shit happened.
I'm sure somebody would have given you the dress code.
We would have been the ones dressed. No one's going. Ah!
I would have went to Shiva's house. They know the dress code and I don't.
Everyone, look at this dude.
This is never gets the memo.
That's exactly what we would do, bro.
Oh my god.
Hey, bro, how's it going? You're dressed really well tonight.
We walking, everyone's like, Raj.
Introducing the chic Raj himself.
Raj ready.
Raj ready.
Right, ready?